Hi, friends, it's Leslie. I just wanted to drop in real quick because I had an idea just to kind of have just a little conversation. Me talking to you. A lot of people sent me, and I'm not exaggerating, a lot of people would be a lot, but like a few people sent me a couple DMs on Instagram this week and they wanted advice like on their Poshmark and Macari and how to become a a seller. One person wanted to know like how to make $500 a month on Poshmark, and they wanted my advice because they had been to um, my Poshmark closet and been looking at my Instagram feed, and I wanted to just kind of stop in and just again have like a discussion about selling or just having any business, and Poshmark specifically, because people I think really tend to get a little frustrated because they start looking at what other people are doing. And my advice to you is to stop that right now. Stop looking at what other people are doing and start from where you are right at this moment, because not everyone starts the same place. Not everyone ends the same place. Not everyone has the same goals. Not everyone is going through what you're going through. Not everyone has the money that you have. Not everyone has the same type of living situation. The desires and needs of everyone are different. So you have to be different. You have to be the person that you are. And if you want to grow, then grow from where you are. Don't try to just jump out there and do what other people are doing because you don't know what their situation is and what their story is. And like my story, real quick, is yes, I've been selling. I've been a reseller literally less than 3 years. I started in 2016, but I happen to be married to a person who's been reselling for probably about 20 years. He's 12 years older than me, so he's been doing his thing for a long time. And he sells a lot of different things. I would get inventory from him and just sell what he gave me. And then I started going out and sourcing. I live in a small town. I live in a college town. College students don't have a lot of money. I do have literally about four Goodwills within driving distance to my house. But again, the people who send their things to Goodwill aren't really sending like a lot of high end items. And at the time, I wasn't looking for those type of items. And really, to be honest, I still don't. And if I do, I am not willing to pay like a lot of money or full price for them. So to say all that, I want you to start where you are. Everything's going to sell on Poshmark. I think there's a place for everything. It's not just a place for J. Crew, Anthropologie, Johnny Wise. I don't know a lot of the names. Anthropologie. Did I say that already? Um, Lululemon. It's room for everyone. I've sold literally Walmart items, no boundary items, for like $18 for a top or whatever. Everything in your shop is worth what someone wants to pay for it. If they don't buy it from you, they're going to buy it from somebody else or vice versa. So if you have some things that are clean, that don't have any holes or stains, that look like they could be a designer label, you take good photos, you provide a good description, and you have a good price, your items will sell. And also, I'm going to talk specifically about Poshmark. You still have to be active. You have to share. You have to follow. You have to put new inventory. You have to update your old inventory. Nothing's going to move unless you move. So if you do the work, your items will sell. For 2 years, I sold literally items that weren't name brand items. And if I had name brand items, I didn't know. I had Zara and J. Crew and type of things. When I go back now and see what I sold some things for $10, $6 because it was a hobby and I was making some really good just change to have extra money, even just for my daughter's, lunch account. That's really what all it was for me, was just to have some extra money. But when I got serious, I started looking for different things and sourcing differently, but I still sourced based on what was available. I didn't kill myself to find things that I hear so many other people talking about. Take your time. Do what you can right now, right here. Don't stress yourself. If you're only doing this part time and if you're only doing it as a hobby, really don't stress yourself. Do what you can do. If you're working full time, you have a job and you have children and you have other responsibilities, take your time and don't get stressed out and don't get so involved in social media that it's just going to have you going crazy. And don't give up on Poshmark or whatever platform you're selling on, because the other thing that I heard when literally two people, it's a couple other people that DM'd me, but two specific people were like they were willing to stop selling because it wasn't doing what they needed to do. One, nothing happens overnight. You're not going to go in and just all of a sudden magically make $500 in a day. I don't know whose story that is. Somebody probably does that. Even somebody who's very popular on social media, they may be bringing their following sees what they're doing. So yes, they'll probably be a little bit more successful. But don't believe the hype. It's a lot of people out there who aren't successful, who aren't doing as well as they say they are, just so they can get the attention or just so that people can shop in their stores. I don't know for sure. All I know is what I'm doing, and I'm just trying to help you to realize you're only a person. You're not a superhero, maybe to your children and to your family, but like real superhero status. You're not going to go out and be Superman and zoom around the world and you're making sales like right away. You have to put in the work. So when you put in the work, you'll see the results and you'll start making sales. And one thing that I do is I do go into like people who are talking about how many sales and things that they're making, everything. I will go in and peep their closet just to kind of see like what they're doing. And basically they're doing what I said. They're going in, they have clean photos, they look really good, not dark backgrounds, no wrinkled product, clear, understandable description, reasonable prices. But just know you can sell anything. You can sell anything. If you want to have a vintage shop, if you only want to sell men's things, if you want to only sell shoes, if you want to just concentrate on children's items, start from where you are. Start in your own closet. Pull everything out. Go through the house. Pull all your children's stuff out. Go to your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your cousins, and find out. Tell people what you do. And before they take their stuff to Goodwill, they'll give it to you and you have a chance to go through it. You know, put an ad out somewhere for free clothes before people start taking their stuff to Goodwill. Find other ways to source if you want to get into that high end. But for me, it's really all about the work. Just do the work and don't get discouraged. Okay? I'm talking to you. I am talking to you. You can do this. You can do it if you really want it. I had a coworker before I left my job in the spring of 2018, because it's January 2019 now. I had two businesses. I was a reseller and I also had a successful crochet business. And when the Women's March was going on, I was doing a lot of cat hats and I was really making some really good money. And I would just casually share that with my coworkers. And I had one coworker, all of a sudden, she just wanted to crochet and she wanted me to teach her how to crochet. And I told her how to crochet and she got all fired up about, oh my gosh, I'm going to, start this business, and she came every day for like a week. After work, I give her a couple minutes and then she learned how to crochet. Haven't heard from her. When I decided to go full time reselling, I really started. This was in April 2018, and I had an idea that I probably would never go back to my job, because again I was a lunch lady, so we had the summers off. So from April to June, I just worked and worked and worked, and then I worked over the summer. But in my mind, I knew I probably wasn't coming back, and my coworkers could kind of feel that because they knew that I was business oriented, that I really wasn't about the job. Because even if I had a job, I ran a dessert business. So when I worked in the kitchen as a cook and as a professional baker, I had my own business on the side. So I've always had businesses. But now I have the opportunity to do this full time. So I had the same coworker. Oh, wow. I don't know anything about. Take me to Goodwill. Let's go around. We go around looking at some things, looking at some items. She grabbed a couple things, and then I teach her how to go on and create a Poshmark shop. Oh, that's too hard. I don't want to do it. But you rather work for somebody else. That's fine with me. I'm good where I'm at. I'm doing the work. I'm putting in more hours than I did working at the job. I only worked 30 hours a week at my job. I was a supervisor, so I did pretty well. But now I put in 40 to 60, 80 hours a week at home. But I'm doing the work. It's not about what items I can find, and I'm creating some other funnels in which I can grow my business. So I am full time, so I'm going to do it with what I have. I started off with a little bit, take that little bit and add to it. And I'm not going to let anybody discourage me. I have to encourage myself. If my family doesn't support me, which they do, very loving, my husband supports everything that I do. My children are older, so I don't have to worry about really taking care of them and taking them to school and all that kind of stuff. I don't have the things and the problems that other people have, but I have had those problems. I didn't just start one day and come full time. I raised 5 children, so I have had those problems. But I try not to get discouraged. The only person that discourages me is me. I don't get discouraged by what I see on social media. Basically, all that does is encourage me to do better and realize that if somebody else can do it, I can do it. And I'm here to tell you that you can do it. I know I ramble on and you're probably like, what is she talking about? The, the main thing, the main content, and the main thing I want to get to is you can do it. Don't be discouraged. Don't be discouraged by other people. If it's discouraging you, stop looking at it. Stop looking at other people's packages. Stop looking at other people's boxes. Stop looking at where other people are sourcing. You can use that to get ideas. But if it's bringing you down, or if it's bringing you discouragement, if it's bringing you jealousy, then get off of social media. And if you want to do this business part-time to supplement, then go for it. Put in the work. That's basically what it is. That's what it comes down to. Put in the work. Okay, I'm going to leave my links down the bottom. If you like this video, subscribe, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. If you don't like something that I said, leave me a comment. I have no problem having a conversation and having dialogue, because I learn. I consider everything a teachable moment, and I really want to learn and hear from other resellers, any type of challenges you're having. I just started a new website. I would love for you to check it out. I'm offering some services. I'll leave the links in the comments. And again, just reach out to me. But you can do it. Just put in the work and you can do it. And when you start doing it, send me messages, because I want to hear about what's going on and as you're growing, and show me, send me, the pictures, because soon that'll be you. Put your pictures, follow me on Instagram, DM me, send me pictures of your boxes piled high, and your income and your new status as a Posh ambassador. I want to hear from you, but you can do it. Okay? Take care.